What is up, Planeswalkers? Se.3 back with some more Magic: The Gathering Arena, and we're going to be hopping into the beginning of our rotation. Now, for those of you who are newer to the channel, who don't know what my rotation is, essentially, I have a selection of about 4 decks. That's usually what the number has been, between 4 and 5. Decks that I will continue to return to when I don't have a particularly interesting deck idea. No one has, like, said, play this deck. Or there's just not a lot of arena stuff going on. I'll usually just go through the rotation. Essentially, that's 4-ish days worth of videos while I wait for something interesting to come along. Now, I decided to go with Muldrotha because it has the highest views, I believe, on the Aether Hub. That's where I keep all of my deck lists. If I do forget to set a deck to private, you could check my Aether Hub profile out to see potentially spoilers for upcoming videos. But also, I believe it had the highest reception of the deck list I posted before Guild of Ravnica actually hit. Now, this deck is essentially the same as the list that I posted there, with a few minor adjustments. Typically, Plaguecrafter is essentially the only one. I took out Hostage Taker for Plaguecrafter, and I did this because the deck was a little weak to Carnage Tyrant. Carnage Tyrant is a card that many of you are probably thinking, why aren't you just playing Carnage Tyrant in this deck? Why aren't you just playing this shell minus the blue plus Carnage Tyrant? And you would be correct to ask me why I would do that. And the reason is, I really like Muldrotha. That's pretty much it. This deck is essentially just a Golgari midrange deck that uses a little bit of blue for Thought Erasure and Muldrotha, and that's pretty much it. This deck is probably stronger as just a green-black deck with Carnage Tyrant, but where's the fun in that? I like the memes. But Plaguecrafter, I essentially had this come in as like another copy kind of Eldest Reborn. It's great against, these mid-range decks as well as control, since you're able to, if they're not able to sack something, you do get at least the discard from them. So that's kind of why it's in here. Hostage Taker is still a strong card. This might not be the correct substitution for it. Maybe I should have trimmed a Chupacabra or something, but I felt that Plaguecrafter was fine. I should say that in my testing, it does fold a little bit to the Selesnya decks, just because, like, they make so many tokens so quickly, you're not going to be able to, like, really do anything. This is essentially just like a 3-mana remove a 1/1, so it is unfortunate in that regard. Now, I did test District Guide, the 3-mana 2/2 that fetches up a basic or a Guildgate and puts it in your hand, and I found that I just preferred being able to ramp up to 5 mana versus the guaranteed land drop that Guide gives you, as well as the larger body. It's just a personal preference. If the deck changes a lot, which I foresee it doing, changing quite a bit as the meta settles, I can see myself replacing this with District Guide or just chopping this part in the deck entirely. Now, since I did already go through essentially everything in this deck in the previous DeckTech only video, I'm not going to linger too much on many things. I am going to say that Cast Down could very well be replaced with Price of Fame. Price of Fame is slower, true, but if you're hitting something like Tajik or Aurelia, it's the same speed, except Cast Down can't even hit those, and you do get the Surveil too. And I've been playing Thought Erasure in this deck, and I absolutely love it. Thought Erasure is probably one of my favorite cards, probably one of the cards I turned the most on from first seeing it to actually playing with it. It's just so strong. So having that Surveil 2 in this type of deck, I think, would be fantastic. That said, I do still like Cast Down because it is always 2 mana, whereas I don't always want to wait till 4, since I do already have 6 dedicated 4-drops to removal. So that's essentially why I did that. If you're running up against a lot more legends that you really need to remove, then Price of Fame is a shoo-in instead of Cast Down. That's pretty much it. Yeah, not too many things to say. I don't want to run over why I'm running individual cards in this specific list. I will say I did trim a Hinterland Harbor from that list, and here's why. The quest decks that people get every day are apparently trimmed to 5, which, don't get me started on that, but they're all of the colors for the guilds that we don't have. So Simic, blue, green, is one of them. So I didn't want to craft a Hinterland Harbor knowing that I was going to get another one. So that's essentially why I did that. Everything else is pretty much exactly the same, so I also don't want to stay in the deck tech too long. Let's just hop into some games. As you can see, I've been grinding a ton while reading my my psychology research articles. I've been grinding in the background. That Sultai Muldrotha list over in Singleton is fantastic. Going up against Asian Lance 1990. Interesting name, I must say. But yeah, this deck is fun. As you can see, I haven't been grinding very much in the normal ladder. Whoops. I pretty much have just been sticking to Singleton because I actually get stuff after I grind. So this hand is fine. We have some removal. We have a ton of removal. And we have potential ramp. This comes in tap turn 1, but we don't have any turn 1 play, so this is a fine hand. Could be better. Ironically, I think Assassin's Trophy might be like one of the weaker spells in this deck. It's very rare that I end up wanting to use it. Got another Harbor. That's fine. You will find some situations where having a bunch of these check lands is bad, so it's very possible that I have the mana base just like super wrong. Fresh-faced recruit. Oh, and we got a Branchwalker, so so I could cast down here, or I can Branchwalker. I think developing the board is a little bit more important than casting down. And you know, I'm gonna keep this on top. We're going up against the Boros Aggro deck. We're gonna want to keep removing their cards. I assume the next turn we do just Field of Ruin. I think that's probably fine into Rejuvenator. Hope we can find another black source so we can Chupacabra on curve. So. And of course this has first strike on their turn, so we're gonna take it because the first strike will kill our Merfolk. So no blocks here. We're fine letting that through. So 18, totally fine. Let's see what our opponent plays on 3 here. Taking out our Branchwalker. Might be killing it. Yeah, they decided to shock our Branchwalker. Very interesting. I am fine with that trade. That is one shock that's not going to my face. Hazda Marshal? Sure. Card's not going to matter too much right now, as it does not have first strike, so if it decides to attack, I can block it. And we're going to throw in an Overgrown Tomb, since it comes in tapped anyway. There's essentially no reason to get a Woodland over a Tomb. Tomb comes with a Swamp and Forest lines. So, by the way, even if you paid 2 there, the Rejuvenator would have overridden it, and this would have still come in tap. So we have a Harbor that will come in untap next turn. We could either like double cast down, or we can Chupacabra. I probably will Chupacabra, depending on what it is, just because it does advance our board, not enhance it. But alright, Sky Knight Legionnaire. So this is, we're gonna get domed. They might attack with a Marshal. Yeah, and they do, just to get the token. I don't know if that's worth it. Like, I'm just gonna trade here. I see no reason not to. Ow. But I can Chupacabra this and be fine. I do feel like we are missing a little bit of card draw. Obviously, we have fantastic card selection with the Explore creatures that we have. However, card draw does seem to be a bit of a sore spot. That, partnered with the sometimes inflated land counts, makes me think maybe Vraska Golgari Queen could see a spot in this deck. I'm just not sold on it right now. I feel like she really needs to have like a dedicated, I want to get rid of these cards feel, so that's why she is not included. Bugler. Sure. So Bugler will potentially get them something. They might whiff. I assume this deck is almost entirely hits, though. Okay, Aurelia. So, of note, cast down would not be able to hit it, but one, we had Assassin's Trophy, but we also got Thought Erasure. So, and we are just going to get rid of this. We can kill this. We don't care about Lightning Strike. We don't need that land. As I said, Surveil is absolutely fantastic. And we're just going to pass the turn, yeah. So this cast down, almost certainly going to be on the Bugler. The other cast down, probably going to be on the Vindicator. So, should be fine. As you can see, Plaguecrafter on this board would not be fantastic. They would just lose a 1/1. It's very possible Plaguecrafter should be something else. Shock? Sure, that's fine. I don't mind. So I assume they're going to play this. They're going to attack me, kill this. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely... Oh, no. I swear that's like the second time that has happened. I yanked my headphones out of my mic. There are definitely slots in this deck that could be removed. There are also slots never going to change. Right? Like, Chupacabra, fantastic in this deck. Muldrotha is the namesake. Vraska, Relic Seeker is insane. You know, essentially, everything past, like, 4 and above, staying in the deck. I could definitely get persuaded to change up other things. I am dangerously low in life here. So I need some sort a good card. That is not a good card. I might actually have to kill this Fresh Face recruit, which is horrifying to think about. I ramp them, but I mean, if I go, yeah, I can't take this damage, right? Because I go down to 6, and then I'm at a virtual 3. I die to another lightning strike, of which they haven't used any, I don't think. No, they used double shock, so I would just die to another lightning strike. I really hope this isn't a thing. Okay, cool. If the meta is particularly aggressive, I can actually see the 2-mana 2/1 when it dies gain 2 life. I can actually see that being played in this deck and like actually being good. But there's definitely other ways to build this deck. You can go into the more dumpster your graveyard, play a lot more with undergrowth spells. All right, well, this is, I mean, it's going to be just cast on my face, but I'm really doing it for the surveil to make sure I draw something better next turn. Well, I'm glad I did that, because I don't want that. I'm actually not going to pass turn. I'm actually going to use my Field of Ruin here. Well, no, I just threw... Oh, no, I didn't throw it to the bottom. Oh, gosh. Yeah, there are very few draws that'll get me out of this. Vraska's Contempt does. I can Contempt that. I go up to 4. They only have 3 power on board. So, Contempt lets me live. I don't think anything else does, though. This, I believe, only hits no, it only hits players. All right. I'm going to get a green source. And it's a Muldrotha. Too little, too late. I'm still going to show off the animation because it's nice. That's a nice animation. Ooh, I can play a land. Oh, I'm dumb. I could have played Branchwalker. Yeah, I could have played a forest and then Branchwalker. That wouldn't have helped, though. Because I have to chump there. Nah. Oh, I was dead anyway. Did not even remotely matter. Aggro definitely seems to be one of the weak points. Mid-range and control like is what this deck eats on. If Boros Aggro is just like too prevalent, we might need to change like the fundamental building blocks of this deck. So yeah, another way you could make this deck is things like Citrus Supplier, the Glowspore 3/1 lady going up against Aster here. And then you have like Connive Concoct as more like it's either a technical removal spell against aggro, or it's another way to get cards back. This theoretically is a fine hand. Once again, we have that weird enters tapped thing, but I mean, this is fine. You know, Chupacabra, Jadelight, removal, like tons of removal. Opponent did mull, so that is helpful for us. By the way, in my testing that I did before I recorded this, I won all of my games except one against Selesnya. And of course this is probably Selesnya. Or not. I don't usually see that out of Selesnya. I'm going to play this tapped. I'm going to play this untapped and kill the Druid. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. I would like you to die. We are doing that so that our opponent does not ramp into something scary. Because I still need to work my way up. That's fine. Jadelight should be able to deal with that. That's a card we want to see. I mean, we really need to see our, like, multiple value-creating cards. Jadelight Ranger, Eldest Reborn, Vraska. Those are all cards that we super need. I hate when that happens, but I can still block. Of all of the mana I need, literally, I have six mana. That's all I need. I will absolutely block. Sure. Ooh, they didn't play a card. I like that. No reason to play these, just pass the turn. Ooh, opponent not playing cards. Just gonna do this, play tapped. I have no reason to do anything. I could kill my opponent faster by playing a no-value Chupacabra, but I need to get value out of, like, all of my cards. I cut a single land, and I would get land screwed several times. Now that I have the lands, I just keep drawing them, and I don't need them. But now we can go ahead and reborn. Look at all of this mana. This is a relatively low value Eldest Reborn, but it's still getting everything I want, right? It's losing them a card, it's losing them a card in hand, and it's getting me back a Jadelight Ranger, which is going to give me some sort of value. We're going to have so much mana by the time we end up getting Muldrotha. It's possible I should, like, make this even more focus on Muldrotha and just put 3 in the deck. I'm just worried that it's, like, not good. Wow. That's a sad Colossus. That's a really sad Colossus. And look, it's a Rejuvenator. I have, like, so few lands left in the deck. What are you even going to get? So let's see what my opponent discards here. Ooh. Alright. Let's get a Woodland Cemetery, I guess. Let's play a Woodland Cemetery, I guess. I mean, I could Chupacabra this, but, like, what's the point? I'd rather Chupacabra something else. I guess the point is they can convoke something out. I also have Assassin's Trophy and double Vraska's Contempt. Assassin's Trophy feels the weakest in this deck, and I'm not just saying that. Oh, wow. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and take this. Seems pretty good to me. Let's play a Forest. Let's Erasure. I mean, they're not casting Ghalta anytime soon. I guess we take Statue. We take Dab. Yeah, I guess we just take Dab. Keep that on top, why not? Let's go ahead and get rid of this. I mean, yeah. Our opponent pretty much can't do anything. Even if they cast another creature that's, like, good, I can just Contempt them, like, at their end step. Trophy hits anything, so we save that for last. Shields does nothing for them. Status. Oh, they need the black. So status is hybrid, but statue is 2 black green. 2 and a black and a green. So they couldn't actually cast it there. Awkward. Let's roll into another one. I want a grindy game. Give me a grindy game. That I win, please. I would like to win. Going up against Bad Eyes. A lot of Lilianas, because Liliana is currently the best avatar. Prove me wrong. Change my mind. If only we had Nicol Bolas. Oh, we're going first. Yeah. Turn 1, this for blue. Turn 2, Thought Erasure. Hope we draw some green. Why am I running Evolving Wilds? Essentially, so I can get a basic and have the Buddy Lands come in untapped. It's possible this should just be another basic, but... Alright, so they did put it on the bottom, and they did scry. Let's see... Okay, they're playing some sort of black. Okay, sure. Imp boy. Don't my turn yet. Gotta get that blue. Blue. This is what Imp boy does, for those of you who are not sure. And we got a green, so that's nice. Thought Erasure. Let's get this nonsense out of our opponent's hand. Oh, hello. Our opponent doesn't have another land. Well, that means I'm getting rid of this. I don't need that. But yeah, our opponent doesn't have another land, so we want to just keep them off of being able to actually play another land. Oh, Branchwalker. Branchwalker is nice. Yeah, it's a black source. Cool. So next turn, I can Chupacabra if I want to. But yeah, I mean, our opponent kept a poor hand. Seems like an interesting deck. I'm not sure I like Pilfering Imp in this deck, though. Just gonna highlight all these cards for everyone. So we don't know 2 of our opponent's cards. I mean, even if they get a land here, what, are they gonna sack their only creature? Are they gonna kill one of my creatures and ramp me? You know, I I think my opponent's in a great spot. I can Choop next turn, followed by Underrealm Lich. If my opponent happens to somehow play something good, I can Eldest Reborn it, you know. Obviously, Izonia is harder to Eldest Reborn, but I think unfortunately that my opponent decided to draw out the game, which is kind of lame, but you know. Oh, they didn't. Hello. Oh, we got Woodland Cemetery. We're gonna go just kill this. It's not a ton of value, but we have Eldest Reborn, and they have nothing, so. Hopefully we are going to be able to give you another game. Let's see what the time is right now. 20 minutes. If our opponent concedes soon, we can get another game in, but... Hey, there we go. Throw another game into this, since two of them our opponents mulliganed poorly. And then one of them we got destroyed. Alright. I would like a good back and forth game where eventually I end up on top. That's what I want. Up against Wariolo? Sure, why not? Let's see. Evolving Wilds for a swamp, looks like, followed by Branchwalker. Hopefully I hit a 4th land. Chupacabra. And this hand seems fine. But yeah, I mean, this is essentially... Oh, what are you playing? You playing flyers? No? Alright, so we do guaranteed the land. Do I still swamp? No, I think I forest. I don't run enough blue cards. Oh, hello. I don't run enough blue cards for me to, like, want to ever fetch an island unless I don't have blue in my hand, right? Since I have a single island, that's all I need. They put it on top. Alright, blue-red. Alright. Oh, no, almost at my turn again. So yeah, we're gonna go and get a forest here. Merfolk Branchwalker might get countered, but I really don't care about Merfolk Branchwalker being countered. Underrealm Lich is what is going to potentially win me the game in this match. I assume that my opponent is either on some sort of weird storm deck, the 1,000-Year Storm, or Counterburn, and they just don't have a great draw. Getting the lands out of the way, that's fine as long as we don't just keep drawing them. I will say, I tested this deck at 24 lands. Constantly had problems. What the heck? That's fine. Go ahead and attack. Play this tapped. Our opponent might just think we're some random, I don't know, evolve deck. I want them to, like, play tap out for Cackling Drake. Do it. Coward. I mean, I don't need to show off that I'm blue yet. I don't have any double blue in the deck. So I'm just gonna keep playing the black-green lands, prevent them from having information. And I'll attack, and I'm not gonna cast Chupacabra for no reason. Assume Chemister's Insight? Yep. So I guess this maybe is just... Izzet Control? Probably has Niv Mizzet. Luckily, Ravenous Chupacabra. Great response to Niv Mizzet. No card draw for you. 5 mana. Ral Zarek, perhaps? Perhaps a Zarek-y boy? There he is. You got a minus?
You ready to go toe-to-toe?
No, you plus. Okay. Sure. So you get a card, and you drop another card. And then you're going to go to 4, because I will attack you. Watery Grave. F all the way off. Luckily, I can Underrealm Lich for free, and now I can stop drawing frackin' lands. I will play an island. I will give up the jig. And I will attack Ral. Luckily, they're going to be relatively hard-pressed to kill my Underrealm Lich. I will take 4 damage 4 days. I wish this had 4 toughness. 3 toughness means it dies to Lightning Strike, and that sucks. Can I attack, please? Is my internet bad? Is that what's happening? I'd prefer it if that wasn't what's happening. Hello? I have internet still. What the heck? This is great. So this is why Wizards need to have a dedicated connection thing. I have attacked. I am able to connect to the internet. I just opened a Chrome tab. I'm gonna do it again. Let's hop onto Twitter. Oh wow, I'm reading Twitter. I can see Trudon. I can see Northern Lion. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's no reason that should have happened. Literally connected to the internet. I'm not cutting this out. I'm not cutting this out. I'm not cutting this out. Because people need to see. Wasn't that dude's thing Jace, though? Hope it's still my turn. Hope I can attack Ral. Hey, there we go. That was strange. Wizards, stop. I'll take damage, I don't care. Essentially, Lightning Strike gave them 1 more point of damage. It is still indestructible. Are you really going to do that? It's still indestructible. Right? My opponent might not know that interaction. Looks like they're targeting it. You should target the Branchwalker and then +1 with Ral. That was not a good play. Kill the Branchwalker and then +1 Ral. Or +1 Ral first, who knows? Yeah, I think they fired off that Surveil a little... What? This game has problems. This game is buggy as hell. Oh, gosh. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Hey, they did it. They made the correct decision. The Ral's going to go to 1. And I get to choose what I draw. I'm going to choose the Eldest Reborn. You're tapped out. I'm going to hit you for 4 in the face. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, Ral's voice line was hilarious. Alright, die. This is what we like to see. Got rid of their Planeswalker, got to attack their face. Gonna make them discard, gonna steal their own Ral. Not what I wanted to click. Yeah, gonna absolutely steal their own Ral. Look at all this land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's almost half. Half would be 12, I guess. 12-ish. Sure, I can Chupacabra that. Does not have haste. They do get to draw. So I assume Ionize is coming. But if I get to choose, and I can choose a removal spell. Hey look, it's another Chupacabra. I don't think I can play both here. No. That's fine. You have to discard a card. Let's see what you discard. Blue-red, not going to have an easy time dealing with an enchantment, so I'm almost certainly going to get a Ral here. Is that even what I want, though? I mean, probably. Oh, they have a Cackling Drake. I didn't realize that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play a Swamp, I guess. Yeah, I'll Chupacabra it. I assume it's going to get countered. Then I'll attack them in the face. Yeah, that's fine. I might just, like, die to the Cackling Drake, though. Alright, well. They're at 6. I'm at probably 7, to be honest. I don't see my opponent not casting a spell to deal at least 1 more damage to me. 4 cards in hand, though. So. 1, 2, 3, 8 mana. I assume risk factor could be a factor here. Would I take that? Hey, it's Niv Mizzet. I have a Chupacabra for that. I can actually just Chupacabra from the graveyard. Is that a better play? Probably. Is it? What does Ral do? Top 2 cards, put 1 number of instant sorcery cards in your graveyard or in exile. How many of those do I have? 1? So I'm probably just going to get a Chupacabra back. What the? Oh, right. Oh, I'll take this. I don't know, man. I think it's better to get a Chupacabra. Die. I could be super wrong. I'm also going to play an island. Attack for 4. I'm going to Contempt this now. Still have enough for Chupacabra. I actually think it might be better to Chupacabra this and hold up Contempt. Not sure. Honestly, not sure. Oh, how dare you. Well, they're tapped out, so it's fine. I'm back up to 10. I can afford to Underrealm Lich, so if nothing else, Underrealm Lich is still going to be on the great battlefield, so should be fine. Hey, look, a grindy game where hopefully we're coming out on top. Our opponent has 3 cards left. We've drawn a ton of lands, but Underrealm Lich it's real good. If I can find high-res art for Underrealm Lich, then I'll make this the thumbnail art, but I think Muldrotha might just stay the thumbnail art. I've had so many iterations of Muldrotha, and it's all used the same art, because I can't find high-res images of other cards I play in the deck. By the way, I make sure to put down all of the artists for the thumbnails I use. Check out the art. If you go to, like, Scryfall, you can search by artist. I can't remember exactly how, but if you go into your advanced search, what are you getting? You can search by artist, and my goodness, I just love the art. Guilds of Ravnica has great art, but Magic's art I think has been really fantastic for the past couple of years. I wasn't a huge fan of Battle Bond. It felt a little too video gamey. Not in terms of like it was like too CG. I had no problem with CG art. Because it wasn't like fights to the death, it was a lot more flashy. I was just like, eh. It didn't have creepy shit like this. Look at how ugly this egg is. It's a monster. Oh, I mean, it's literally a horror. But come on, opponent. Do you have a way out? I disconnected, and I'm still gonna win this dang game. Yes, yes. I literally just threw up my hands. Oh, I'm a giant nerd. All right, take me out of bronze. Heck yeah, silver. All right. Fantastic. We have a few packs to open, I believe. We have like 5 or something. Thank you, game. How many packs do we have? Heck yeah, 5. I bought a Dominaria pack with gold. What do we get? Bad card, don't need it. M19, what do we get? We get a rare, which is nice. Not a card we need. I don't think it's bad, I just don't think we need it. Guilds of Ravnica, what have you got? Steam Vents, yes. One less card I have to craft for Bolas. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, stop! I don't think I'm going to play Boros, because I'm really bad at aggro decks. What is this nonsense? Wizards, what are you doing to me? Get another uncommon, it's nice, got another uncommon. Hey, Ritual of Suit. I actually think this is a great sideboard card for Sultai Muldrotha to get rid of those annoying, super aggressive Selesnya and Boros decks. Well, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this deck, mostly because you're going to see more of it in the future. It's going to be different. Be sure to suggest changes to this deck. I am not married to this specific deck list. If you want to see a different version of Muldrotha, let me know. Unfortunately, of course, we didn't see any Muldrotha in action. It's essentially just like a green-black midrange deck, but it was still fun. I would like to thank Easy Mode, Chris, DizzyFam, Radberry, Daniel, Flowerchild, and Chow03 for supporting the channel over on Patreon. If you would like to join them in supporting the channel, you can find the link to that in the description below. If you would like to join our Discord and have a chat, you can find that in the description below. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, tap that like button, add a subscription to your Minipool, and cast a comment at the comment section down below. And until next time, all will be one.